back to the daily grinding. Y'all know we gotta talk about this, but before we do, make sure you hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting B-word, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Rani Yahya with a big third round submission in a dominant performance at UFC Orlando on the Fight Pass prelims. He just submitted, who was Rani Yahya just fighting? I know exactly who it was too. Russel Doane, that's who it was, Russel Doane. He submitted Russel Doane in the third round. Man, in the first round and the second round, Rani Yahya also dominated though. The first round, man, for the first almost 3 minutes of the first round, he had Russel Doane in like a fucking full Nelson from the front, bro. Call that shit a front Nelson. He had that motherfucker in a front Nelson for like 3 minutes, going for like a brand new submission. If he would have got a submission in that position, you see it right above my head, that would have been the first time I ever saw that fucking submission in the UFC, and that would have been crazy. But I don't think he was cutting off circulation or doing, you know, putting him in enough discomfort to actually get the submission. So he, you know, at about the 2 minute mark, there was 2 minutes left in the first round, the position was out. They ended up getting back up after he landed like a knee to the back, so the ref stood him up, didn't take a point. But the second round started, and after the fight got taken to the ground, I believe Russel Doane went for his own guillotine. Rani Yahya got out of it, and then he ended up, you know, getting the body triangle and having that position for a good 3 minutes of the round, dominating the round from the body triangle, landing shots, attacking submissions. So going into the third round, Russel Doane threw a body kick. He ended up getting it caught. Rani Yahya, they took the fight to the ground. Russel Doane did a good job of reversing the position, and you know, he didn't, you know, get taken down out of that position, but eventually he ended up on top, Russel Doane himself. But that's where Rani Yahya wants to be as a grappler, as such a high level grappler. So even if Russel Doane's got mount for a second, it wasn't long before Rani Yahya reversed the position and ended up winning the fight via head and arm choke. And then in a post-fight interview, very emotional, Rani Yahya was crying in the octagon and stuff, and he said, you know, Mom, wherever you are, this fight's dedicated to you. He let us know his mom passed away 10 days ago in his fight camp. You know, he had to fly out and bury her during his fight camp and then come back. So, you know, very emotional for him. He said she was his biggest fan and stuff like that. And then he went on to say that Reebok, you know, thank you Reebok, thank you everybody, you know, Reebok's the best sponsorship ever. That stood out to me, you know what I'm saying? He said, and for some fighters, man, you got to think about that. You know, I'm actually glad he said that. Everybody looks at like the Reebok deal as like some slave deal, but there's some fighters who are having trouble finding sponsors, or their sponsors might not have paid them. It's hard, you know, or a lot of yada yada. So if you're a veteran, even from another country like Brazil, and you got experience, which Reebok, you know, pays you on experience most likely. Like if you got 10 fights, you get paid, you know, more than someone with 5 fights. If you got 20 fights, you get paid more than someone with 10 fights. So for some of these veterans, Reebok's, you know, actually kicking in and helping out, as you could tell from his post-fight interview when he took the time in such an emotional moment to thank Reebok and say Reebok was the best sponsorship ever. So that was a dope fight, emotional post-fight interview. Congratulations to Rani Yahya, man. It is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think about that fight in the comments. This was on the UFC Fight Pass prelims, you know, and if you didn't know, the fights are earlier than usual because the fights are on Big Fox. So there's 2 fights left on the Fight Pass prelims, then it's going to be the prelims, and then the main event. It's going to come quicker than you know. So with that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOG.